sanctions against Russia, gas, NATO, the budget and the possibility of early parliamentary elections. These were just some of the topics Ukraine's Prime Minister touched on during his end-of-year speech. During the hour-long question and answer session, Arseniy Yatsenyuk warned against the scenario of the collapse of the government coalition. If someone wants the coalition to break up, then they can make a political statement about this. This would result in the establishment of a new coalition. I would like to see anyone do this in snap parliamentary elections. This is called democracy. Or, the third option is not to make empty promises and to continue to fulfill the agreement and vote for the bills needed by the country. Concerns that Russian sanctions against Ukraine, prompted by a free trade pact with the European Union, would harm business were also addressed by the Prime Minister. Ukraine held 16 consultations about how it would fulfill the free trade agreement with the EU and whether this would involve any risks for Russia. After this process, it is clear there are absolutely no reasons for Russia to even mention any risks the EU trade pact could cause. Despite such reassurances of a brighter future, general Ukrainian disenchantment with the government is growing. The slower-than-hoped pace of the post-Euromaidan reforms and the lack of progress in stemming corruption is damaging trust in the current leadership. Yatsenyuk did address this issue. However, he appeared to avoid taking responsibility for failures, including the failure to reform the country's court system. As for the judicial reforms, we must recognise that during the previous 2 years, nothing has changed. My position has been, and remains to be, we must replace all the 9,000 judges and we must not carry out just cosmetic reform. Next year, judicial reform will be a national priority. Other priorities set out by the Prime Minister were growing Ukraine's economy, European Union and NATO membership, and regaining militant-held territory in the east of the country.